Today I'm going to talk about awakening the chakras. Chakra is a Sanskrit word that means wheel. Sanskrit is an ancient language of South Asia. My tattoo is written in Sanskrit and it means Om Mani Padme Hum, which translates to the jewel in the lotus, or I pray to have compassion for all living beings. The chakras are not visible to the human eye, but clairvoyants, who are ones that have the gift of clear seeing, see them as whirling pools of energy that are located along the spine and in the brain. There are 7 primary chakras. Each one is associated with a different color. These energy centers all vibrate at different levels of frequency. The chakra at the top of the head is where the energy, universal energy, comes into our heads, and this spins the fastest, and this is pictured with violet energy. The energy centers that are below the crown chakra spin progressively slower than the one at the top. Energy from the cosmic universe comes into our bodies through the crown, and it works its way down through the chakras, each one of the chakras. In most people, the chakras are very undeveloped because they have not worked at all on their spiritual body, but only on their physical body. And we can learn to open up and stimulate these chakras and energy centers, and this in turn stimulates the Kundalini energy, which lies dormant at the base of the spine, and we can learn to raise it up. Once we do this, the Kundalini energy awakens our chakras, and we can keep our chakras functioning optimally with different practices such as visualizations, mantras, meditations, and breath exercises. We can learn to move energy up and down our spine. In Reiki, which is the Japanese word for energy, we're taught to draw energy in from the earth and then bring it up through the energy body and direct it out through our hands when we are trying to work with somebody to balance their energy or clear away energetic blockages or heal the person with energy. When I give someone Reiki, I like to bring the energy up through the earth and then simultaneously bring the energy in through the crown chakra, having the 2 energy paths meet in my heart chakra and then channeling it out through the palms of my hands and into the energy field of the person I'm working on. There are thousands of smaller chakras in the body, and we're going to focus on mainly the main 7. You do have a chakra, however, for every joint, every organ, every gland in your body. The chakras in your body are fed by 72,000 nadis, or energy circuits, and those are fed by the 3 primary nadis and vice versa. The system is a very complex loop in which the nadis feed the chakras and the chakras feed the nadis. And I will talk about the nadis in another video. These are the energy meridians that acupuncturists tap into when they are working on a client. The chakras represent the endocrine glands of our bodies. These glands produce hormones. So opening up our chakras helps regulate these hormones and keeps us balanced. And in this way, we reverse the aging process. So when we practice Tantra, we are always rejuvenating our physical bodies and revitalizing our energy. Each chakra is associated with an endocrine gland and elements such as earth, water, fire, air, or ether, with a level of consciousness, with a sense, with a dimension, and each one also represents a different aspect of the human personality. The practice of opening the chakras needs to begin with the root chakra, which is located in the genital region. This is the part of us that is most connected to the earth, and it keeps us grounded. We have to be grounded first in order to do this work, because if we try to open up the higher chakras first without releasing all of our unfinished emotional residue, it might cause us a lot of undue upset. Most people have blockages in their lower chakras and they don't even recognize it because they aren't aware of them. They are what I call nescient, or devoid of knowledge, mostly because they believe that only material phenomena can be known and that knowledge of any kind of spiritual matters or ultimate cause is impossible. So most people have blocked lower chakras, and only when we clear these blockages can we start working with the less dense energy of the higher chakras. One example of somebody who knows they have blockage in their lower chakras but chooses consciously not to clear those blockages is a black magician. A black magician is someone who studies the occult arts and inverts the sacred knowledge and utilizes it on the path of service to self as opposed to service to other. An individual like this knows full well how to communicate with intelligent affinity through the third eye chakra, and their higher level energy centers are open, but they desire to use the abilities that come with this knowledge for dark purposes. Someone like this is a psychopath who has literally cremated their care, and they have no compassion. So now I'm going to take you through a brief explanation of each chakra. The first chakra is called Muludhara. In men, it is found in the prostate gland, and in women, near the cervix. This chakra rules our physical body. It's the energy of the earth, and it's concerned with physical survival. This is the level that most people live in because they aren't concerned with developing mind, body, and spirit. They believe that the physical is all there is. This is why in our society today, most people are concerned only with material possessions, wealth, and physical beauty. They don't know that the purpose of life on this earth is evolution of mind, body, and spirit. They aren't interested in evolving. They're only interested in accruing. And sex at this level is instinctive, procreative, and for the purpose of survival of the human species. However, we need to develop this chakra so that we can plant our roots in Mother Earth and be grounded. The second chakra is called Spotifana. This is the place where our unconscious emotional memories are stored. This includes memories from our present life and the residue from previous lifetimes as well. This chakra is associated with the testes in men and ovaries in women. Freud's theories focus on this level of consciousness. When we develop this chakra, we become clairsentient. In other words, we can easily read the emotions of others. The third chakra is the navel center, or Manipura. This is the chakra that is the base of our will, and it's associated with our energy, our vitality, and our sense of personal power. The person who is dominated by this chakra's energy seeks to be in control, to win, and achieve dominance. And sometimes, if a person has too much dominant energy at this center, they might use sexuality to control their partner. Physically, this chakra is charged with digestion, and it is associated with the pancreas and the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands are the source of adrenaline, and that, of course, fires us up. The fourth chakra is called Anahata, or the heart chakra. It's associated with pure love and devotion. This is not the type of love we are conditioned to believe in here on earth in the third dimensional reality, because it's love without condition and without exception or without strings attached. It's the type of love that exists in the higher dimensions. It's not the Hollywood rendition of love that we are fed here that is such a crash version based on complete misunderstanding of what the essence of love really is. Many people who think they are in love or in loving relationships here on earth in actuality have a blocked heart chakra. This chakra is usually heavily guarded, and you have to go through a layer of pain to open it up, because that involves confronting all of the times you needed love and did not receive it. But on the other side of that pain, however, is the true self, or what the Buddhists call the Atman, the individual soul. This chakra is associated with the thymus in the physical body, and hence it controls the immune system. The fifth chakra is called Vishuddha, and this is located at the throat. This is the seat of communication and self-expression. It's related to hearing, so people who have this chakra well developed may experience clairaudience or clear hearing. This is the center for purification and for keeping the body free of toxins, and its gland is the thyroid. The sixth chakra is Ajna, or otherwise known as the third eye. It is associated with the pineal gland. When we open up this energy center, we activate our pineal and our pituitary glands. Opening up this chakra takes us beyond this world and beyond the ego of self, and it connects us to the universal mind. It's a very high level of consciousness where clairvoyance or clear knowing happens automatically. This means we can read people, and our insight and perceptions about people are spot on. Once Ajna is open, no one can ever lie to you. This is what Carl Jung called the collective unconscious. The seventh chakra is called the Sushrahara. It is located at the crown of the head, and it is connected to all of the other chakras. It's called the thousand-petaled lotus, and it physically corresponds to our brain. Once we raise the Kundalini energy and open up this chakra, we are able to correspond with all that is. Our brains feel like they're on fire with cosmic energy. One of the most important techniques we use to fire up the neurons in our brain is Kriya breath. This introduces more oxygen into our brain, and sometimes it's called breath of fire. To summarize, the first four chakras represent the aspects of our humanity, and we must unblock these and open them in order to begin work on the higher energy centers, the higher three chakras, the spiritual centers. Those are past the material plane. Awakening the chakras is what I call the great work.